Looking for custom apparel that stands out? Welcome to the Stitching Heifers, Bushnell's premier embroidery and custom apparel shop. From custom hats, t-shirts and jackets to unique gifts and business branding, we specialize in high quality, personalized apparel that reflects your style and vision. Step into our exclusive hat bar and design your one-of-a-kind custom hat, perfect for personal flair or promoting your brand. At the Stitching Heifers, we're committed to bringing your ideas to life with exceptional service and attention to detail. Whether it's for you, your business, or a thoughtful gift, we're your trusted partner for all things custom in the heart of Sumter County. Stop by today or visit us online to get started. The Stitching Heifers, custom style, local heart. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Goblay Show. I'm your host, Billy Goble, and today we have a special guest. He is a former quarterback from South Sumter High, and now he is coaching on the north end at Wildwood. Our special guest today is Mr. Malik Bell. Malik, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here, man.
You doing okay?
Yes, sir. Doing good. Doing good.
Good. What's going on in your world?
Oh, man,
I think I know already, but I'm gonna ask just to be nice.
Yeah, as far as me personally, man, being a dad, getting to experience that, going on 4 kids now.
Oh wow, 4.
Yeah,
you starting your own football team?
Yeah, I'm working on the JV basketball team right now.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, man, but getting to see them grow up. My oldest is 4. My daughter just turned 3. I have a 9-month-old and one on the way.
On the way.
Yeah, so
wow.
Busy.
Well, congratulations to all that.
Thank you.
So thank you for joining us today. We've been talking for a while, and I just want to make sure that we had a day where we could both sit down and have enough time. I've got my projects, you got your projects running around the house, keeping you busy. But I'm glad that we could work this out and come over. So tell me a little bit what you're doing right now at Wildwood.
Oh man, going on my 4th year at Wildwood. Starting back in 2022 with Coach Brown. Got a call. He called me and was like, "Hey, I heard you're in town. I need somebody to come coach my receivers." And ever since then, man, I've been drawn into those kids and just instilling faith and belief in them, man. Letting them know that, the world is way bigger than Sumter County. You don't have to be confined to just this county, man. Football can take you so far.
Right.
Now I'm here on this front end of the new coaching staff with Coach Rick Crothers and Coach Mo, Coach Brian Williams, Tristan Johnson. We got this special group of coaches that that came in unexpectedly, and within 3 weeks, we're building this thing for these kids that they get to go out there and see, hey, there's people out here that love us and that want to do things for us. So that it's just pouring into them and getting them to understand, like, y'all have so much opportunity and the resources are here for you. Like, we just got to get them in front of them.
Right. Is there a lot of, let me ask you this. Have you taken what you've learned from your experiences and showed them, besides that there's another way besides sports, or there's more than just sports. Team sports is not just about the team sport. It's about becoming a better person.
Yes.
A team player, being a role model when you get older, being a father or a mother if you're playing either sport, either gender. I think it's so much more than that, and I think it's more than just X's and O's per se on our behalf. I think it's something that people tend to forget about. That look, we're shaping these young kids into future society. These are future tax-paying people that will have a job that, maybe your doctor one day or your lawyer or whatever, whatever have you. And a lot of people forget that it's not just a sport. The little things you learn here and there. Yeah, you learn about the game and you learn how to be better at it, but you're also learning how. What I do is it makes me a better person because I'm learning more about people myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You always learn about people every day. People are going to be coming in and out of your life, like a revolving door. You may see somebody, like one day, and you may not see them for a month or years.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can just be there for them, that's something that they're never going to forget. And it's funny when you get older, people will be like, they'll always hold on to one thing. They normally like one thing. There might be a couple things, but it's like, hey, I'll never forget you taught me this. Coach Noe, Drew Noe, his mom, Miss Noe, was at the high school, and I had her in class, and it wasn't anything about academics that I remember. It was when I'm driving and I come into a curve, to let off the gas as I come into the curve. Like some people want to gun it around the curve. Let go of take the foot off the gas, and then don't brake. Just kind of coast with it, and then when you come out of the curve, that's when you hit the gas again. So little things like that, and I know that's not a big deal, but little things like that. I told her that like 5 or 6 times. Like, I will never forget that, and I do it all the time now. Yeah, because she told me how to do that.
And that is the thing is teaching life through football, because there's so many kids who you don't know what their situation is like.
Right.
Nor as a kid would they step up and say, "Hey, I'm going through this," because they probably haven't been taught how to deal with those things.
Right.
So when you get them out there on the football field and you can tell certain things by certain kids, the ones who are always in the back, who don't have the confidence yet, where does that stem from? Why doesn't he have this confidence yet?
Yeah.
What is he afraid of?
Yeah.
And most of the time, most of the kids are afraid of failure. And it's like, bro, you ever fell off a bike before? Like, you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Keep trying until you get it.
Exactly.
And like I tell them, man, you only get one shot at it, right?
Right.
So why not give it your all, even if you fail?
True.
Because it's better to be prepared for an opportunity than to not be prepared for an unexpected opportunity.
Right.
So just go out there, give it your best every day, and if you don't know something, ask.
Right.
Like the only fool there is the one who sits back and doesn't say anything, and he doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
But if you're asking questions to understand what's going on, then you can't fail. You can only learn. And getting them to understand that, like in last night's game, we were down the first kick return of the game. They took it. Leesburg took it back on us. We're down 7-0 right out the gate. Our kids are like, we've never seen this before. What do? We keep fighting.
Yeah.
You keep fighting, because guess what happened? A few drives later, we score.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a close ball game. Yeah. And like I say, our kids, they've been put in positions to where if they don't do it right, they're deemed as failures, mm-hmm. or they can't do it, or you're not good enough to do it. And it's like, hey, they're kids. Like, let's not forget that.
That is true.
They're kids with feelings. Mm-hmm. Like, we haven't even tapped into who they can become, or who they can potentially be, because we don't know where they're good at yet. Yep. Because we keep telling them what they fail at. Mm-hmm. So how do you expect somebody to be great if the only position you put them in is the one where they're not good at?
Right. Right.
You gotta see them where they're good at and what they're not good at, so you know how you can work that kid and get his process and the way he thinks, the way he does things, because every kid is different. Mm-hmm. Yes, to an extent, in coaching, you're going to coach everybody the same, but you're not going to treat everybody the same, because it is what it is. Like, some guys, they get it. They already got it. You don't have to repeat it to them. Right. Some guys, you got to keep telling them. Right. And you're going to have to keep telling them until they figure it out. I mean, it is what it is. That's just what we deal with, and it's nothing bad against the kids. It's just that they have to learn. Yeah, that's all it is.
Isn't it an awesome feeling when when that light bulb comes
when it
on.
clicks. Oh my gosh. And it's like a totally different person. You see the confidence, you see their chest stick out, their shoulders broad, they take up more room when they walk. And it's like, where was that at? Yeah. Man, it's a great thing to see, man. Kids actually clicking and getting it and understand what's in front of them.
Yeah, I coached 12U for the Wolfpack, and nothing against the kids, but we're still telling our kids the difference between left and right, and it's like, guys, you want to go really? I mean, you have two options. I mean, if you go the wrong way, that's fine, but I tell them to hold their hands out. I'm like, all right, which one makes an L?
Make an L, yes, sir.
Which one makes an L? And go with that one. Or you'll have to scream out, your other right. but it's amazing. And I learned a long time ago. This is my 5th year of coaching Little League, like Pop Warner. And I've learned that you have to, like you said, some kids are this way and some kids are that way. And I knew that, but sometimes you really have to take in consideration the differences.
Yes.
Like the learning process.
Yes.
And I'm the same way. Like I'm a visual learner. You can tell me, even if it's repetitive, if you show me how to do it, I can do it. Probably after the first time, because that's just how I'm wired. Mm-hmm. When I worked at Disney, we would do a show and we had rehearsals and stuff. And there were people like, after like the second, third run, they're like, all right, Billy, go stand over there. You're good. But there were people that still needed to get it. And there's nothing against those people. That was just,
not at all.
They couldn't remember, all right, what do I do after this? I structurally, like almost like a movie, each scene in my, almost like a photographic memory. I go, okay, after that I go here and I do this and I do that. It's all, and that might be a form of, OCD, whatever you want to call it, or whatever, my own version of it. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's that's the way I do it.
But it helps you.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. We label something obsessive, but it helps you.
That's true. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's like me. I'm a visual learner too. You can sit there and talk to me all day, but if you don't draw it up for me, it's just gonna go in one ear and out the other.
Right.
And that's how the kids are.
Yeah, true.
They have to see it.
Yeah.
Once they see it, okay. Oh, and then you tell them, oh, that makes sense now. Yeah. Now I understand what you're trying to tell me.
Right.
And like I say, it's no knock to how they learn. It's just that's how they have to learn.
Right. They
have to see it. They are just visual. They're not the kids where you can tell, hey, go in that B gap right there and hit that first linebacker you see.
Yeah.
They'll not gonna tell you what they'll do. But when they see it, then it's like, that makes more sense because he's right there. Yeah. Okay. And that's how they learn.
Well, you don't learn unless you do it.
Yep.
So like that's another instance. I'm glad you brought that up. A, B, and C gap. That's another one. That's another left and right. I'm like, guys.
Yeah. Listen.
It's like you want to take spray paint and go, A is red, B is blue, C is green.
Yep.
Or something like that. And you're like, all right, now which one are you going to go with? I mean, I know there's two, but if you're on this side of the ball, just imagine that ball being the point, the center point. It's the earliest form of geometry that we can give them, and it's like,
yep. And that's why I say, like, if you actually sit back and look at sports in general, you can learn so much that'll apply the next day right in school.
Yep.
The very next day, and it's like, no, I don't think so. We're just going to play football.
No. That's exactly how I've explained that to them, that we've got calls, by number system. And I said, I hope that you're in school and you hear this certain number and y'all, and you have a couple, I do D-line. So I'm like, a couple D-line guys, and then they hear a certain, like, 47. Like they just laugh because it's been in their head.
Because it's in my head. Hey,
so
I know
much.
what 47 is.
Yeah. Like, we're going out.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, getting that process down. And again, like you said earlier, you forget they're kids.
Yes.
I mean, okay, so people are going to be like, well, no, duh. But, okay, it's hard to remember he's a kid when he's 6'4". He's tall.
When he's as big as LeBron James and
yeah, exactly.
he plays like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we forget that they're still kids. But at the same time, it's like, we're not preparing them to be kids anymore.
No, not at all.
We're not.
Not at all.
We're preparing them because once again, this 6'4", 250-pound kid in the eyes of the world is not going to be looked at as a kid.
Yeah.
So we have to mold him and say, hey, I know you're 15, but listen.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of things that come with your life at 15 just by your body size.
Yeah.
So we have to mold you into being a respectful young man, woman, whoever it might be, so you can go out there and just be a productive citizen.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
And that's what it is. But at the end of the day, that's all we want.
Right.
Our kids to go out there and become great businessmen, sports players if they have the opportunity to do that, you know, lawyers, whatever it is they desire to do. That's what we're setting them up for. That's what we're pushing them towards.
Well, and also, you know, it's funny. You know, people will say they're just kids. They want to stick up for them, but then they don't worry about their Instagram or their TikTok. When you know what I'm saying,
you open up a can of worms right now.
Yeah,
Billy.
well, you know what I'm saying. Hey, I'll let y'all just simmer on that for a little bit. But you see what I'm saying though. If you want them to be something. But you don't want them. But you're not going to treat them like that all the time.
How much of the leash are you going to give them?
Right.
How long are they kids until they aren't kids?
Right. Like what is the line? When's the line where, I mean, is it when they turn 18? I mean, and then when they go, I mean, yeah, I mean, legally, yeah, they're a legal adult. They can make decisions on their own.
And by then we know it's kind of too late, but also your brain's not developed to make those decisions.
True.
So what do we do now?
True. You're not going to go out and like. That's why the banks love young kids. They love them.
Easy.
Young.
Hey, you want some money?
Yep. Hey, you need a credit card? How about 5 of them? Just sign this paper.
It's that simple.
I remember going to a Gator game, and if you filled out a sheet, you got a T-shirt. Now, who in college wouldn't want a T-shirt, or a young kid that was able to, you know, fill out a credit application? I mean, they're not having 5-year-olds like, what is my gross income?
I mean, do I pay taxes?
What is before taxes? Do I get in that? No, but you see what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Like it's like they want to be grown, but then I tell them all the time. I'm like, guys, you know, it's the saying is older than the hills. It's like, you know, if you go to work and you don't perform, what happens? You're done. They're gonna let you go.
Simple.
So what I mean, we're preparing you. I heard Coach Lawrence say this a long time ago. I was in he used to do driver's ed. Remember that back in the day? He had driver's ed?
I do.
Did you ever take it?
No.
Man, he had the driver's ed thing, and he had the driver simulator and everything, and then there's kids on there testing and stuff, and they're doing their thing, and he's talking to the class, and the class, they're all, you know how young, and they're all like freshmen, sophomores. They're getting their permits ready and stuff. And he's like, they're all asking like crazy questions, like I was that kid. Like, so what if your head exploded in the car? What do you do? No. But this, I'll never forget this. That after like the 5th question, he was like, "Guys, you talk about those moments." He's like, "Guys, stop. Remember, whatever you do, good or bad, there are consequences." So, and they didn't think about the good part. That's why we always say, focus on the next play, good or bad.
Good or bad.
You score a touchdown, doesn't mean you're going to win the game.
Exactly.
So he says, you can go, if you're driving, because the questions were like, what if you swerved and hit somebody? And it's just the mentality of it was like off. And it was like, they were, you could tell they were just trying to, they're like, all right, we got 5 minutes left in this class. Let's see if we can.
Let's milk it.
Milk it. What if you did this? And he just finally said, look, whatever you decide to do, there are going to be consequences. And that's all I want to, that's, from then on, I told her, I was going to tell anybody I coach, look, good or bad, our number one rule is focus on the next play. And there's a reason for that, because, you have a bet. You just said kickoff return. There goes.
There you go.
There goes the ball.
What are you going to do on your kickoff return now?
Right.
What are you going to do on your offensive drive now?
See, if that was me, I would say, I've always said this, and I don't know if you've ever heard this, but running the kickoff back on the first kickoff is a bad omen.
Very bad omen. Listen, when I seen
you know about that.
Listen, when I seen that, I was like,
we're going to win this game.
Oh my God.
That happens so much, dude. I can't tell you how many Gator games the kickoff, you're like, yeah. Ohio State, Florida. What happened?
Yep.
Ran the opening kickoff back.
Yep.
See? That happens. I don't know if that's true, but it's a bad omen. You don't ever. I'm like, when I see somebody in Florida, whoever, Cowboys, whoever, I'm like, trip,
something.
At the goal line.
Hey,
we'll push it in.
Let the wind blow. Something. Knock them out of bounds.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But we'll get in more into that. But right now, this is where I like to go back, and I do it. I call it. This is a new word. I'm a deep dive.
Yeah,
I've never really heard that until recently. We're gonna do a deep dive.
Let's do it.
And so we're gonna get to know Malik Bell and his magical journey to where he is today. But so let's start off with. Let me ask you this first, and the first question, and then this should set the ball rolling. What was the first sport you fell in love with?
Oh man. First sport I've ever fell in love with, baseball.
Really?
Started baseball when I was T-ball when I was 4 years old.
Okay.
Then I went to I think it was Dixie League. Played for Jackie's team, Jackie's Market. She sponsored our team. Who was on that team?
That was in Webster still, right?
Okay. Yep. I think we had Dwayne Grover. Who else was on that team? Diego Arredondo. That was a loaded team. The picture's still up there in Jackie. Yeah. Clint had sponsored us and all that.
Okay.
And then he played for the Eagles then.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the first sport I ever played and fell in love with.
Gotcha.
And then I remember vividly, very vividly, one year my mom called me and she said, hey, I got the money for you to play baseball, to continue playing baseball, or you could go try and play football with your cousin. Play with my cousin, play football. I said, okay, I'll try that. Let's try that. She was like, are you sure? Like, yeah, well, I mean, what can happen? What's the worst that can happen, When I went out there and was playing football with my cousin, and it was just, that's all it took. Like, seeing all those guys out there running around, and counting on each other. That's what it was. That's what it was for me, is I seen that it took 11 people to make the whole thing go right. Not just a pitcher or a batter.
Right.
11 people.
Living cats.
All of us got to be on the same page to make one play go right. That's hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
That's very hard to do. And I'm always up for a challenge. So that's what it was for me.
That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people normally start off with baseball. That was my first sport I ever played, was t-ball. And so, yeah, normally that happens. And then, because, football, we didn't have, when I was growing up, we had the Bandits. I don't know if you heard of the Bandits, right? The Bandits.
We still have some of those jerseys when I was playing.
Oh, really?
Practice. Yeah, we use them for practice.
Oh,
we still had some of those Bandit jerseys. Yeah.
They had the Bandits. And, but my parents weren't going to let me play football. So, I played baseball. And then, I got hit a few times, and I was like, forget this crap. I'm out. I'm like, peace. I'm out. I'm retired. Hung the jersey up. I did in the closet.
Hey, listen, that sport, football has made a lot of baseball and basketball players. It sure has.
What position did you play when you were? Do you remember? Were you
shortstop, third base, anywhere in the infield?
Infield.
Yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, I coached with Alan Shirley.
Yeah, and
we had Jamari Dorsey, and he was on the pitcher's mound, and he was it. we didn't do anything. We're like Jamari. Either he's going to run you down, or he'll just run at the first, and he's going to outrun him anyways. Or just tag him. I'm like, hey, it's a lot easier if you go halfway and meet him in the baseline. But he was so fast and athletic. I'm like, man, this kid is awesome.
Yeah.
So, when was the first time you got to play football? In middle school, perhaps?
No, it was actually.
Oh, you played with your cousin?
Yeah, I played with my cousin.
But where was that at?
That was in Leesburg.
Oh, okay.
That was my first year playing, and then that next season playing, I came over here with Mike Eastburn, Mike Rosa.
Okay,
and I was on that team. We were Mighty Mites. We had Tucker Rosa. We had, who was on that team? Gosh, I'm trying to think. Scholar Skipper. Oh man, there were so many guys on that team. Brett Grimshaw. The list goes on. Debo. We had a team, and that's when I came over here, and I was playing for South Sumter Wolfpack then, Pop Warner. And just building that camaraderie with those guys, it was easy because it was chemistry. You were welcomed in. The guys that you were playing alongside were just as good as you, if not better.
Right.
So you're learning from them, they're learning from you, and you're just making each other better.
Right.
And that's what it was. That's what it was about, man. Just being able to develop.
Right. So, having played a little bit of football, was it something that you thought that you'd be really good at, or was it something that you're like, oh man, this is going to be kind of an adjustment?
I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Growing up, I've seen football. My cousins played. LaCorey Benjamin, that's my cousin.
Okay.
I watched him play. He played along with Matt Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I got to see those teams before I even knew what to expect.
Right.
And so to me, football was a fantasy. It was like, oh, you don't do that till you get up there with those when you're their age. And then seeing that, no, you can go and learn earlier. It was like, oh, okay, it's a gateway. So when I got there, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. So they put me out there and they're like, can you run? Sure. Can you catch? I guess. Okay, son, what can you do? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So the first thing that happened was they put me at quarterback. Mm-hmm. I never tell this story. They put me at quarterback. I throw the ball and they're like, you're going to be a quarterback one day. No, I'm not. I don't even want to do this. I don't even know I just threw the ball just then. Let me go over here. So I'm over there running routes at receiver. They're like, man, you can catch. Yeah. Then they moved me to running back. That's when I kind of fell in love with football.
Yeah.
So they moved me to running back, and now it's like, oh, I get to make people miss. Then I get to run into people. And it was like, okay, I can do this. Yeah. I think I can do this. And Pop Warner is such a big thing, and football is big in the state of Florida, especially here. And it's like the guys around me were already knowledgeable of what was going on. Mm-hmm. So to me, it was, how do I beat these guys and get their respect so they know, hey, I'm just as good as you.
Right.
And that's when it came at running back. Oh, you got to catch me now. So now I get to use my athleticism for real.
Yeah.
I can outrun you. I can try to juke you. And if I need to, I can run through you.
Yeah.
And then, by mid-season, I was looking like one of the guys because you just adapt. And that's where it took off for me. That's where I fell in love with it.
So, like, when you're younger, it's more or less the same stuff you do in the yard. Have you ever noticed? Yep. The kids are like, and they've got so much energy. That's all they can do is let that energy out.
that literally, that's it.
Yeah.
Just run. Just go.
Yeah, just go. But it's when you start to get skilled.
Yep.
And what I mean by skilled is that learning process that we're talking about. When you're like, all right, you're going to go into the A gap or the B gap, or off that guard's right hip, or whatever the instructions were, and how many times you see kids. I just saw one the other night.
Yeah,
run bounce it out, or
just
bounce out.
They just can't get it. Yeah, and it's like we designed that to go right there where you where you didn't run, right?
Yeah, that big hole.
Yeah, that big old hole where nobody was in. We designed the play to go there, right? So, and it's it's hey, like I say, man, it's. When you see it and it's working, that's when you have to say something to the kid. When it's like, hey, why didn't you hit the hole? Yeah. And then it goes like we always say, hey, if you don't know what you're doing, ask.
Yeah.
Because if not, we got to put somebody in there that does know. And then you're going to feel like you got cheated out of your rep. Just
right.
Then.
Exactly.
And it's like, we don't want that. Just know what you're doing.
And there's nothing wrong with asking questions like that. I think that's the fear.
Yes.
I tell my kids all the time, like, if you don't know, please ask.
Yes.
I'm never going to get upset with you if you ask me a question.
Never.
I would rather for you to ask than look stupid.
Yes. Like I said.
Or get somebody hurt.
Yes.
Okay. So say you're a running back and you're supposed to pick up a blitz and you don't.
And let them go.
And that
get your quarterback killed.
Hits the quarterback on the blind side. Hello.
Hey, what do we got going on here?
Now we got a guy out for the season.
Yep.
Possibly shorter. Who knows?
Yep.
So it's that learning curve. I think it's the learning process of when when you're young and you're like, I mean, look at the difference between 6U and just like go up to 8U.
8U. Yeah.
Just like that.
Even we have a flag football team we run. We have 6U kids. We have kids that are 6, 7, and 8 years old on our team. We play in the 8U division. The legit 8-year-olds compared to our 6 and 7-year-olds, big difference.
Oh yeah,
big difference.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, how did that 2-year gap get like that? Because it's literally like, it looks like a 4-year gap.
Yeah.
When you actually size them up and look at them, you're like, how did that happen?
Not only that, I can give you an example where when I was a substitute teacher and I was in a pre-K class and there was a child in there that was I was like, oh man, she's just not, I can't. And there was nothing wrong. She's just having a hard time. And I was like, wow, kindergarten's gonna be rough because she's struggling. And she came back and like, this is like toward the end of the year. That summer break, I subbed and she just so happened to be in that class. Totally different kid.
Totally different.
And I was like, wait, what just happened? Like, you're talking about 3 months. Like literally like step through a door and come back and totally she's a different child.
Yep.
And like I said, nothing wrong with the kid. I never treated her any different. But I knew that she was struggling because of you could tell she was having a hard time. And going back to and then the next year, forward, I'm like, this is amazing. Like, and I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, what's going on? And she's like, they grow up over summer sometimes. I'm like, man, it's amazing how that short a time. And you got you're talking about night and day difference.
Yeah.
When it comes to building in Sumter County, experience matters. From remodels, barns, additions, and accessory buildings to creating the custom home of your dreams, our Hogan Construction delivers quality you can trust. Russell is hands-on and on-site daily, going above and beyond to ensure the project isn't just completed, but crafted to perfection. He doesn't just meet expectations, he exceeds them. For a builder who puts integrity and craftsmanship first, call R. Hogan Construction today at 352-793-7660. Russell Hogan Construction. Built on tradition, built to last. Catfish Johnny's Restaurant, serving the Lake Pennsauken and surrounding areas since 1990. For the last 33 years, we have strived to serve great food at great prices and a friendly, casual atmosphere. If seafood isn't your thing, our burgers or wings are the best around. We have daily specials too. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram for more information. Duto Realty is a homegrown business with an eye for getting the job done right. From football games to Sunday school and everything in between, these ladies care about our community and the people in it. Helping buyers and sellers in all of Florida with all types of transactions, including residential, commercial, farm, or vacant land. They do it all. They even offer auction services and sellouts to always get the job done right. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck, the delicious mobile coffee truck that brings you the caffeination inspiration you need. We deliver signature coffee products like our Nitro Cold Brew and Caramel Frappe to any occasion or festivity. And for those who don't like coffee, we offer a variety of delicious hot chocolates, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. That's Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck. Whether your water is supplied by a public municipality or a private well, for residential or commercial use, Purified Water Services LLC has the solutions to provide you with simply clean water. We offer a complete line of professional water filtration equipment and accessories. Soft water makes a difference you can see and feel. Water heater and appliances last longer with less maintenance. Iron and H2S filters eliminate iron stains and offensive rotten egg odors and protects your water softener equipment from iron fouling. No matter what your problem is, Purified Water Services LLC has a solution. Contact Kenny Williams at 352-446-2709. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Webster Ace Hardware and Farm Supply are generous sponsors for today's podcast. They have been a family-owned business for 27 years. This helpful hardware store sells items such as archery, Ariat clothing and boots, Wrangler jeans, case knives, Hammond's candies, and live fishing gear. They also have a full selection of hardware, RV supply, propane, Ben Moore, Royal & Clark, and Kingston paints. You need a barn or fencing job done? Custom barn kits and roofing metal are provided at your local Ace Hardware store. What about a new grill for the yard? Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Blackstone are found here, along with all the accessories to go with it. Stock up your workshop with DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman tools. They got you covered. Remember to go to ace.com to shop their entire line to have items shipped directly to the store. Pat's Taps at Catfish Johnny's. Pat's Taps is Lake Pennsauken's newest tap room, offering 14 rotating craft beers on tap. We also offer bottled domestic beers, seltzers, ciders, and wine, as well as a variety of appetizers and puff. Our family-friendly tap room is a great place to come hang out and enjoy some one-of-a-kind craft beer. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Untapped app.
And see, and what most people don't realize is I used to work in the school. I used to work for Wildwood Elementary, and the kids that are struggling is like how do they get to this point?
Yeah.
Because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a few of them. It's many of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did we get to this point?
Yeah.
Because not only are they behind, but then that slows the process down for the kids that are already up to speed.
True.
Because now we have to catch them up.
Yep. And
we're pausing them to get them caught up.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, and everybody, what's the first thing somebody says is it starts at home, right? Now, I understand that sometimes you don't have both parents, or you have grandparents that they don't have energy, bro. It's time or energy. It's what it all comes down to. So, but there's also a third side of that. And I know that's hard to say, but there's a third side of that coin.
There is.
I had both parents. They had the energy. I didn't want to do it. There's a difference. There's a difference between wanting to do it and not having somebody to help you do it at all. You know what I'm saying? That's where it all comes down to. And my mom would fight me. And you always see the videos of the mom's like, all right, Johnny had 5 apples. He took away 2. How many does he have now? And the kid's like, I don't know. 32. You're like, what? 32?
Swallow Johnny.
Well, he was in the hole.
Man.
He had 32. They took 32 from him. He didn't have 32. That's negative.
Man.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I yes, in a way, yes, it does start at home because people need to take time, which they don't have time. I'm not singling out any parents, please, if you're watching. You got to do what you got to do. But there's a point where you have to make time.
Yes.
You can't let it go for so long because those are your kids.
Your kids.
And I'm not saying you're not taking responsibility for them because you're either working or you're doing something to provide. We understand that. The fact is that you have to make sure that this kid has every opportunity, and you can't just rely on the teachers.
No.
You can't, or the coaches. Look, I'm dead serious when I say this. I love all our kids. Okay. I can't take care of all our kids.
No, it's impossible.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I mean, come on now.
No, I know. I know that, but I feel like that has to be said because that's the mentality.
That's the mentality
of society.
Yes.
Like,
yes. And it's like another thing. To piggyback off that, there's another thing. Like, I don't know how much backlash I'm gonna get for this, but I'm gonna say it. This is another thing. It's like I tell all the kids, it is not the head coach's job to get you to college. His main job when he signed his contract stated he was going to win or lose.
Yeah.
Now, if he has the heart and the time and the kindness to go and say, hey, we need to put you together a highlight tape. We need to make sure your GPA is correct. We need to make sure you have this, and this to market you to those schools. Give that man his hat. Give him all his credit because he doesn't have to do that.
Right.
He does not have to do that in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So if you have a coach that is out there that does that for you, listen, buy into the product.
Oh my gosh! By all means, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? That's like biting the hand that feeds you. You can't do that. If you have somebody that's going to take their time and go out of their way to help you, and sometimes it falls on because some people don't know about it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Knowledgeable. They're not knowledgeable of what's going on.
Right.
And at this day and age, it starts 7th grade.
Yep.
So if you're not on it by then, you're late. You're behind.
Yep.
You're almost out of the picture. So, yeah. That's how I feel about that, man. Like, your coach's job is to win and lose ball games.
Yeah. And occasionally mentor.
Yeah.
You know, you can mentor and shape, but it, like you said, it is not his responsibility. That's such a powerful thing, because if you think about it, that's almost like saying it's your parents' job, or it's your parents' fault that you don't get paid what you get paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's not up to them. That's up to you. What you do in putting your best effort forward reflects on what you are able to do pay-wise.
Yep.
And that's not their fault.
Nope, not at all.
Do you know how many parents, I mean, I guarantee you, I do the same thing because I feel bad. How many parents are like, when they think about I just wish I could have done more with my kids. And I always tell them, like, that ain't your fault. We all have choices.
Everybody. We
all have choices. We all have free will. If you go out and do something that hurts you and everybody else, that's on you.
Because you did it.
That's right. Yeah. I mean,
and that's another thing we were talking about with the kids. Like, hey, listen, like you were saying with the good and bad consequences, right? You know what's going to happen if, like, you know that. Yeah. So either you're going to make the decision and live with the consequences, or you're not going to do it.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I've done some stupid things in my life, and majority of the times that happen, I have there's two sides. Either I weighed the consequences, like I'm like,
is it worth it?
Is it worth it? And then on the other side, I said, am I going to make somebody proud by doing this? If you would base every decision on that, just on that little rule of thumb, I can guarantee you that. That's why I said half, because I know the other half I did. That's the stupid stuff I did. Yeah. Because, or now you can be wrong, and that's okay. That goes back to what you're saying about trying.
Exactly.
If you don't try, hey, look, I might want to try to do this. I might want to try this position in football or baseball. Try this new spot out. And it doesn't work out. Doesn't mean you're a failure.
Nope.
It just said, hey, but you know what? I would rather do that than go, man, I wish I would have done that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because now you never know. You will never know what it is, or what it feels like, or what the process was, because you never took that leap.
Bro, and that will eat you alive. That will eat you
crazy
for the rest of your life. Just that one decision. Just one. And how many times have you done that?
Exactly. That's the even craziest part. It's like, how many times have you actually done that and seen the result you wanted to have?
Yeah. But there's some things you go, you know, I've said this on the podcast. I apologize for repeating it, but it's so true. And I don't mind saying things that are true. But hearing the word no is not always a bad thing.
Thank you. Sometimes being told no is a blessing.
Yes. You don't realize the power. People they want to hear yes, but when they hear that no, they're like, oh, it's so negative.
Yeah, and they don't understand. They don't understand the power that comes with a yes, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You take everything that comes with that yes. No matter what
that is true.
Hey,
that's true.
And you better be prepared for that, because 9 times out of 10, if somebody's willing to give you something, it's coming with something behind.
They want something in return.
Oh, yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
If it's not from the heart, you know, because there are people that would give the shirt off their back.
Yes, they would,
and wouldn't expect. Probably get upset with you if you try.
Yeah.
Yep. I know how many people like that. Do you know? I mean, it's there's so many people like that. I mean, not as many as there should.
Yes, not as many as there should be.
But there are people like that.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, like I said, hearing the word no is not a bad thing. Maybe you just weren't ready.
Yep.
You know, there are times where, you know, situations happen and you go, man, I'm so glad that I didn't do that. Or you were thinking about doing the same thing somebody else did and you saw what happened to them and you're like, wow.
That's what I needed to see about that.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's how we've gotten this far in life.
Yes.
You know?
Experience.
You don't go, hey, I wonder what's at the end of this cliff here. Well, somebody had to go over that cliff.
Somebody had to go over there.
And not come back to realize, hey, don't do that.
Back up some.
Hey, with your kids, if you see them trying to play with an electrical socket, you going to tell them no?
Go ahead. You know it. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. You'll find out. Just like I did.
Listen, they're going to find out a lot faster than you telling them no.
Yep.
It's no.
Because if you tell them no, it's, well, why?
Yep. They want an explanation.
Okay.
They want an explanation.
Find out for yourself.
Yep. You're almost like, yeah, go ahead, have a good time. I'm going to sit here. Let me get some chips real quick.
Yep.
No, I'm not promoting electrocution for children. I'm not saying that.
We're not. Not at all.
Not at all. But what I'm saying is sometimes you can hear, you're going to do whatever you want to do.
Yep.
That's my point.
Yep.
You're going to do whatever you want to do. And sometimes failure is the only way you're going to learn.
That's the best teacher.
That is. So it's like, you know, look how many success stories. Like I always say this about Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker was an amazing athlete. He was a specimen. We always say he was a talented guy. And I watched the documentary on him and how he was bullied in school.
Yep.
And listen, I don't condone bullying at all, but my point is, what would have happened if Herschel didn't get bullied?
If he never got bullied, we wouldn't know Herschel Walker.
Nope. I think we would have maybe seen a
glimpse.
Different side.
Yeah,
a glimpse of him and what he could do. But I think that was the drive.
Yeah, that pushed him over the edge. That was the one that said, you know what? I gotta get better for me. Yep. So when these bullies come, they don't want to mess with me anymore.
Right.
And just like I say, if you take what you learn from football, yep, and apply it to real life, yep, you're unstoppable. Unstoppable because you have so much more. You have a different perspective of adversity. Yeah. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? Now you're saying, how do I fix this? Yeah. How do I overcome this? What is going on here to where I need to be in a position where this is going to help me? Right. And once you start to see life like that, opportunities are endless. Opportunities will come out of thin air. You will make up your own opportunity. Yeah. It's just limitless to what we can do.
But you also got to. But I say kids because they're younger than us. The younger group, it's harder for them to accept that in this instamatic world that we live in, and everything is. Oh my gosh! I just got TikTok a couple months ago, and every other ad is, "Hey, I had like 9 videos go viral, and this is how I did it." And that's what these kids are looking for. Yeah, they're looking for the quick,
instant gratification.
Oh man,
two words I learned at my time at South Sumter. Entitlement. I learned that from a senior. Nothing is going to be given to you. Everything is earned. There's no such thing as entitlement. Mm-hmm. You're entitled to nothing. You come in this world with nothing, you leave with nothing. Second word I learned. 2 words. Instant gratification. I know if I'm thirsty, I could go get me some water. But there's a process. I got to get a cup. Got to fill the water. If I want ice, got to put water in it. Then I can drink it. Don't rush your process because of what your end goal is. You're supposed to be chipping away at the process, perfecting each step. So that way, when you do get to the end goal, you're prepared. You're ready. You're like, oh man, I've seen this 1,000 times before I got here.
Right.
Because that's what I've been working towards.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta. I don't know how we fix that, but that's something all of us as a human being race have a hard time dealing with. I mean, look at it. Amazon. We have Amazon. We got to the point where if I want something that's made in China, I can get it in 2 days.
Yep.
That's where we're at.
Yep. You couldn't do that, which is crazy because we can't get USPS to deliver a package within a 30-day.
Yeah. But Jeff Bezos, he finds a way to make $1 billion, and it's like, you know what? We'll do it in 2 days.
Yeah. I ordered something one day and it came, and you're always like, when you see it, you're like, God dang it. But it's USPS. Because I've had packages, this is no lie. It gets to Ybor City, and it takes a little vacation there. It sends me a little postcard saying, hey, I'm just doing a little loop right now. I'm in the lazy river, just doing a little loop. I don't know why. I don't know how. That it's an hour away. I'm like, I will drive.
I would drive to you. Where's your warehouse?
Can I meet you there? What is going on? But that's the I get what you're saying though. But the whole process in between, they don't want to. I've always used Kiki as a great example. Kiki had so much work ethic. But nobody really saw that.
Nobody saw it.
Nobody saw it,
but the people that was around him. I remember when he was working the 110 hurdles, where he was preparing for state. Nobody seen that. Nobody sees the days when he's up early at 5 a.m. running around Webster. Nobody sees that. But when you're exposed to greatness like that, you adapt those things.
Yep.
When you're around things like that, just like the one saying, you show me your friends, I'll show you who you'll be in 5 years. You hang around a bunch of millionaires, you're going to become a millionaire.
Right.
So surround yourself with those like-minded people who are on the same path as you, who think like you, who have that same wavelength of thinking, because it's so easy to get lost. It's so easy because, the lost world is full of people who could have been. Oh, I could have did that. I used to do that. Oh, yeah. What you do now? How are you giving your time back now? How are you helping the youth, the community now? Yeah, we know what you used to do. What are you doing now?
Right.
Those things.
Because that's way more impactful. Something that's going to last for generations.
Yep.
Passing it down. And something that will help. Not just, you helped yourself, but you could help
so many
hundreds of kids.
So many kids. One small message can touch 1,000 kids if you deliver it correctly.
Yeah,
and it can be so simple. And like that's why I say you just never know who needs to hear the message.
Yeah.
And to be truthful, all the kids need to hear a message. They need to hear something that relates to them, because black, brown, white, purple, pink, orange, yellow, everybody has problems. They might be different than your problems, but they're still problems.
Right.
And man, we're at a time where we need to be doing a lot of uniting, a lot of coming together, a lot of putting our brains together and saying, hey, what is best for these kids?
Yep.
What are we going to do so they don't end up like the guys we tell them who they shouldn't be, or like their family members who didn't do it right? Right. How do we get them to reach those resources where, hey, you can make $85K right out of high school. Hey, you make $75K right out of high school. Hey, you can have your journeyman's in electricity, or you can become a carpenter, or where are those resources for our kids? Right. Like us being an agriculture town, a city, county, really. Let's get them something to where we're building for them.
Yeah.
We're getting them tools to say, hey, I don't even have to play sports. I'm gonna go do this. That's just what I want to do, because for me, it would have been cool to have, a carpentry class and learn how to build stuff with your hands. And, I definitely would have took interest in that, because who wouldn't want to learn how to build a house? Who wouldn't want to learn how to build a building? Who wouldn't want to learn how to read a blueprint or how to chisel or who wouldn't want to learn those things, especially as a man? Like, you want to learn how to build something, because one day you're going to have kids, you're going to have a wife. You're going to look back and say, dang, what did I do for my kids to look at, for my wife to look at, to say, hey, my husband did that, my dad did that, my dad can do that. Those are the things you really want to present and have about yourself when you're going off in this world. Is like, like Coach Lawrence always say, that there's a Bible verse. Don't quote me, because I'm not good with the full verse, but it's like a good name
is worth its riches and gold.
A good name is worth more than riches and gold. So it's like,
to paraphrase.
To paraphrase. So it's like, why not have that good name? Why not say, when somebody hears your name and say, oh man, that's a real solid guy. He's very solid. He's very straightforward, and I love what he does for the community. I love what he does for the people as a whole. Those are the things that I want to leave when I leave this earth, when I leave this realm.
Absolutely.
Like, when you talk about me, I want people to say, you know what? He did more than what most people did. He went out there. He showed his face. He was out there with the kids. He was out there with the community. He did things for the community. Man, we should look up to that, and we should strive for something within ourselves to do better than what he did. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Leaving the place better than what you found it.
Not trying to get a statue or a plaque on the wall. Just trying to make a difference.
That's it. Just showing the next kid or the somebody who looks up to me, hey, you can do this too. All you gotta do is stand up and say, hey, I want to do this.
You could sum it up with every kid, no matter what gender. You could look them in the eye and say, you deserve better.
Yes. Every kid.
Every kid. Absolutely. You deserve better. You deserve better, and don't settle.
Don't settle.
Do not settle.
Don't settle.
And I know how easy that is to do. And that's the thing, is I think we give up. Or we get comfortable. And I think it has a lot to do with getting complacent. And when you feel comfortable, I mean, just look at, like, if you're making $500,000 a year, but you hated your job, is it really worth it?
Is it worth it?
Man, that's a hard. That is a hard question.
Is it worth it? I'm making the money I want to make, but I'm killing myself on the inside. Is it worth it?
Because literally, you're tearing away mentally, and just that.
And then that's when you realize, damn, money can't fix all my problems.
No, it can't. Really can't. It can't. Money is nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think anybody out there is going. If you were to walk up to them and offer them money, and they'd be like, "Oh no, I can't." No, but I did see a video one time. It was really great, and I'll ask you the same thing. If I were to offer you $1 million. And you accept it, what would you say?
If you were to offer me $1 million,
no strings attached.
No strings attached.
No strings attached. You would just say thank you, right?
I would say thank you.
Okay. So what if I offered you? Let's scale it up a little bit. What if I offered you $10 million? But this time, you can't wake up tomorrow. Would you take it?
There's no need to take it.
That's right.
There's no need to take it. Listen, life doesn't have a price tag.
That's right.
I want to do one for.
But wait! Before you say that, that's what they say. They say, "Why don't you be thankful for every day you wake up?"
Exactly.
If $10 million is not worth
it's not enough.
It's not enough for you to take. but you're not guaranteed tomorrow, which nobody is.
Nobody is.
Then why are we not thankful for each day we wake up?
Every second.
Every second.
Every second. Because, and this is, my auntie told me this one time. She said, Malik, she's like, I know we got all our problems and we live our everyday life. We live our day-to-day life. She was like, but think about this. She was like, every day you wake up, you put 2 feet on the ground, 10 toes. You got 2 kneecaps. You got 2 thighs. You got a chest. You got a stomach. You got 2 eyes. You got a nose. You got ears. She said, you know, some people don't even have those.
Yep.
Yeah. She said, think about that. Think about waking up and trying to put your feet on the ground. You have no feet.
Yeah. It's man.
Yeah.
I tell you, I can be completely honest with you. I've had a bad, I had a bad day at work. Everybody has a bad day at work. Had a bad day. And this is at Disney. I was having a bad day. It was horrible. What I thought was horrible. I've said this on another podcast, and at the time, they bring in this little girl. She's in a wheelchair, and she basically looked like I can to sum it up. She probably had every hose that you could imagine that could be hooked to the body was on her body. And I thought I was having a bad day. And man, she had the biggest smile on her face. And at the time when I worked at Disney, I was with the characters, and that's the best part of, to me, the rides and everything are great, but the entertainment part is what people really, really love. Mm-hmm. And to be able to take her away from all that for just a split second was so much. It was so much worth everything. I mean, there was nothing. It was priceless. And then when she left, I went over in the corner and I cried my eyes out because I for selfish reasons, I was having a bad day. And I think the good Lord brought this young lady into my life. Like I said, these people come in your life.
Yes, they do. Angels.
Never saw her ever again. I don't know what happened to her. I'm hoping the best. I don't know. That was years ago. I don't know. She could be an adult right now. I have no idea. But for that split second, that was brought into my life to realize, look, your problems are not problems.
Yeah, be grateful for your problems. Be grateful for your problems, because your problems aren't even as bad as you really think. No.
They're not.
It's so funny how God lines things up and just make it work to show you, hey, like, yeah, be patient.
Yeah,
you're going through something, but listen, somebody else has it worse. Somebody else always has it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, if you notice, your problems don't ever go away, obviously, because we're always going to have. We're not promised that, but like you said, there's a level.
Yeah, they get easier.
So it gets easier. So like my problems in high school, or my problems when I was in my 20s. This is gonna sound bad, but I wish some days I could go back to that. You know what I mean? It's like,
hey, bigger fish to fry now.
Hey, wow, you thought you had it bad then. Hey. I ain't got it bad. I'm just saying, you think you do, but you really don't.
You don't.
No,
you don't know the half.
No.
Our individual life experience is a microfraction of the whole world. We are a very small smidget that play a part in this.
I have a saying. I don't know where I heard it. And it could have been somebody just said it, but I've always clung to it. Is that you can't dispute testimony. And when people say they've done something or this happened to me, I don't doubt it one bit, because that's not my job. My job is to sit there and listen if they want to tell me. But I can't, because, I mean, obviously I've got my own issues and stuff, but I'm not going to call him a liar. Do you know what this guy said?
Yep.
This guy said he did this, or this happened to him. I don't believe a word he said. He wasn't even alive then. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there are people like, I would have went pro if I went to Vietnam. like you were 12 and 75, man. Vietnam was already over with. What are you doing? But when it comes to stuff like that, man, and I know, look, it's not promised. Not everybody gets a fair shake.
Nope.
But it doesn't mean you have to stay there.
Exactly. Just because you get dealt a certain deck, certain cards out of the deck, don't mean you got to play them how they were dealt.
No.
Line them up the best you can and learn how to run with that.
Take what you got and fly with it.
Yes, sir.
And that's all you can do.
That's it.
Even the worst. You got to make the worst better.
Yep.
My niece is in high school now. And I told her, I said, look, you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. I should be telling my own self this. But I'd like to tell her that because I want her to know that, look, not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows. You're going to have some dark clouds.
Oh, yeah.
But every storm runs out of rain. Man. And eventually you will get through it.
Oh, man.
No matter what you do. I mean, and again, I want to, I've been putting this up, but mental health.
Oh, yes.
Mental health.
Yes.
It's so important.
Yes.
Very. Nothing is worth that.
Very, very important, man. Listen. Oh, man. My first experience with that, college, being away from home, 21 hours away from home, only knew one person. So I'm in the middle of Iowa, smack dab in the middle of Iowa, Oskaloosa, Iowa. It's negative 21. I'm freezing. I don't know anybody. And I'm thinking about, do I really want to be here?
Yeah.
Every day. And it's you and you. You're the only person, and you feel like you're going crazy. Like, why am I contemplating with myself? Why am I talking to myself? What is going on with me? Yeah. Is this normal? And no, it's not normal. As much as we want to make it seem normal, no, it is not normal.
No.
But to see light in that. Your support group, man, has to be full of people, full of experience.
Yeah. People
who have at least gone through some of your trials and tribulations, because there's no better teacher in life than life itself. Like that, I don't know how it got like that, but that's what it is. Yeah. Like, and honestly, man, if you can overcome and conquer, man, those demons that you have, on the other side is all the positivity that you've already known you had. Yeah, it's already there. That's just the fear. That's what it is. It's the fear. Absolutely. The fear of you failing, the fear of people laughing at you back home. The fear. That's what those demons are. Yeah. Those are those thoughts that come in and they're like, you're not good enough. Yeah. You're not gonna make it. Yeah. No, you're not ready. You don't do it like this. You don't do it like that. It's you versus you every day.
And that's the perfect time to get to know yourself. Yep. I've said this so many times. You can't take on somebody else.
No.
Without knowing yourself.
No matter how hard you try to do it.
No.
No matter how hard. Because if you don't know what you're capable of, how are you going to be somebody else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, like a relationship too. Like you're going to marry somebody. Well, you don't even have your crap figured out yet. And sometimes it takes longer than others. Yep. Some people can figure it out and it happens for them. That's great. Some people take a little bit longer, and that's okay too. Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing is it's okay.
Yes. And that's what people. Well, so from the way I see it, right? We're a country that's based on competitive nature. Yeah. So our instinct is to be competitive. I have to be the best, and if you're not the best, you're a loser.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Like the old saying say, what does it take to be number one? Because number two nobody remembers.
Yep.
Number three is just a loser.
Did you just quote Nelly? I think you did. I like it.
But you know, like I'm saying, everybody remembers the winner. And to an extent, yes, it's good. But at the same time, failure doesn't mean you lost.
No.
Not at all. It means you're learning.
Yeah.
You've learned. You whatever step you were at that you failed at. You know the steps that are before that. So how did you lose? You're just going to come back right where you were, and you're either going to excel or you're going to learn that lesson again.
Thanks for watching part 1 of this 2-part podcast. Check out full episodes on YouTube and Spotify.